How's it going, guys? TacTixHD here with Season 3 of NHL 16 Fantasy Team Gem Mode Series. Just going to start off, guys, by showing you the rosters in case you forgot. NHL teams looking very good. They're pretty stacked. So the first line here, guys, you can see we have Dalcall, McDavid, Goudreau. I have McDavid on the first line instead of Stamkos to hopefully make him, gain more potential. He could be like a 97, potentially even like a 99 player. Second line there, we have Nichushkin, Stamkos, Marlowe. Third line there is Sharp, Draisaitl, and Smith. And the fourth line is Cassian, Holland, and Teravainen. So pretty solid offensive core. For defense, we have Falk and Burns as our top pair, Trouba and Mata as the second pair, and then Schultz and Wisniewski in the third pair. In goal, guys, we actually have Malcolm Subban, 85 overall. He's got elite potential, so I don't know. I think we might bring in another goalie until Subban reaches that potential, and then back him up. Right now, we have Tokarski. As well, guys, right now we have scratched Slater Cuckoo, 86 overall, so I'm going to look to trade away Wisniewski since he's old, and then we can get Cuckoo back in the lineup, but right now they just had Cuckoo as a scratch for whatever reason. Also, guys, like I was saying, we have awesome overalls right now. We have 97 offense, a 93 defense, 85 goaltending. Also, I forgot to show the AHL team. AHL team is honestly looking really good as well. So the AHL team here is kind of looking like a bad NHL team. We got Shinkarok, Strome, Hosang's the first line, Dalp, Wheel, Pajaravi on the second, Anderson, Rust, and Brown on the third, and then Kunackle, Schrader, and Bailey on the fourth. Defense here, we have Provorov and Schuster. Second pairing there, we have Bertuzzo and Morrissey, and then third pairing, we have Bergstrom and Waugh. And then in goal, I think we have a couple 79s, or 79, yeah, so two 79s there in Bennington and Hackett. So HL team's looking pretty good. NHL team's looking really good. Hopefully, we can have a good run here. This is McDavid's last year on his entry-level deal, so I think we're going to, go all out for the cup, as next year when he's a 90, possibly 95 overall, he's going to want like $10 million. So that's $10 million off the cap, opposed to like the $1 million you're paying him right now. So this is definitely our best chance, I think, to win the cup, at least, in the first few years here. So hopefully we can make a trade, get something for Wisniewski, put Cuckoo in the lineup, maybe add a goalie, maybe, even add a forward, try to get that 99 offense, and just, go from there. Alright, guys, right here I'm trying to trade away James Wisniewski for Tyler Bertuzzi in a 4th round pick. Looking to trade away Tyler Bertuzzi as well as the 4th, so they should do this deal. Bertuzzi is a solid prospect, top 9 forward potential. Like I said, Wisniewski is a 7th defenseman for us. Slater Cuckoo is going to be our 6th, so makes no sense to keep him, making $4 million. Might as well get rid of that cap, get some assets back, and they take that deal. So solid deal for us. Like I said, we get some more assets, and Cuckoo will slot in nicely, I think. It was Wisniewski's spot. Let's see, actually, what the defense is looking right now. Right now. Hopefully the assistant coach did it for us. So yeah, I was in 84 now, opposed to 86. That's still fine though, how much he's making. So we want Mata there on the second pairing. I don't know why the assistant coach is putting down on the third. And then also we want McDavid on the first line there. Get him some more ice time. So now we're going to try to make a move for a goalie. If I can't make a move, I might try making one later in the season. Right here, guys, I'm trying to trade away a couple AHL players in Jordan Wheel and JT Brown. Wheel's only got AHL top 64 potential. Brown says elite, but he's actually like non-elite player, 78 overall, and it's actually not even potential. So just trying to get a 4th back for them, which they took, and that's, like I said, simply to get some roster spots. I'm going to show you guys the reason why. I didn't realize this earlier, but Mitch Marner actually wasn't playing for AHL team because those guys are in front of him. So now, as you can see, he's now playing on the second line center spot. So that's really good to see. Obviously, you want Marner to become better than a bottom 6-4, which he's projected to be right now. So that trade is basically just to make room for Marner. Still trying to make that goalie trade. Season hasn't started yet. Like I said, I'm looking, though. It doesn't really look like there's very many goalies available. So just finishing through the month of October, and as you guys can see, we finished 10-1-2. So really good start here for the NHL team. AHL team finished 4-3-1. So not as good, but not terrible either. Obviously, we're always trying to win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup, but NHL team's a bit more important. I tried making a trade for the goalie, but all the good goalies had super high trade value, and no one was looking to trade one away. It was just really old guys. Like, I think the best goalie was like Craig Anderson or something, who I'm not looking to trade for. So I tried making a couple offers on a couple different goalies, and I gave up. I was giving up a lot, I thought, and the real deals were not getting done. So I think we'll have to wait until the trade deadline or something. If Malcolm Subban goes down there with an injury, we'll definitely have to consider making a trade for the goalie, because like I said, this year's our year to win it. McDavid's making $1 million as a 93 overall player. We have to take advantage of that and just go all in this year. After simming through the month of November, we're now 16-3-6, so I don't think we had quite as good a month as we did in October. It's still really good. We're still at the top of the Atlantic Division. AHL team's 90-1, so they're still not doing too bad. And I think, we're just going to keep rolling with Malcolm Subban for now. Like I said, doesn't seem to be affecting us too much, and hopefully we can keep getting wins here. And maybe add a couple of players at the trade deadline, make a run to the Stanley Cup. After the month of December, we're now 21-10-9, so still doing pretty good. AHL team doing a lot better, 17-12-2. Still first place in the Atlantic, but as you can see, Buffalo, Florida, Toronto, Boston, even Tampa Bay, pretty much every team in our division is pretty much right on our tail. So we definitely need to, turn it up. Buffalo there down by 3 points. Even Tampa Bay, like they're the ones that are the farthest behind. That's still in the picture, and they're still only 9 points back. We're still first in the, like I said, in the division. In the conference, I'm not sure where we place. First place in the division looks like Atlantic's kind of crushing it there, and in the entire league we are in. Wow, Flames there, 60 points. We're tied there second with Anaheim at 51 points. So I'm going to go show you guys the point leaders right now. We're about at the halfway point, 40 games in here. So see who's doing good, see who's not. So Stamkos there, 42 points, 40 games. He's killing it. Gaudreau's got 36. Dalcal's got 34. He was injured for a couple games there. Doesn't really set him back. Marlowe's got 30. That's good to see. McDavid at 26. I need to see more from him. I know I keep putting him on the first line when I have a chance, but the assistant coach always puts him down the second line. Keeps Stamkos on the first, so that's kind of tough to adjust. Burns there's a 90 overall. He's got 24 points. Dreisaitl's got 21. That's really good to see. Smith's got 16. Sharp's got 16. Same with Schultz. Falk's only got 15. He's top pairing D-man, but I mean, he's not really scoring goals, I guess. Cassian's 81 overall. I'm thinking he might be scratched right now. Otherwise, I don't see why he'd be down. Teravainen's 84. Shinkaruk there. Nichushkin's got 10 points in 40 games. That's terrible. He's playing on the second line for us. Trouba's got 6 there. Kuku's got 6. Matt has got 1 in 15. He was hurt for a while. Schuster's been playing a lot. 25 games played, 0 points. Morrissey played 2 games. So, I don't know. I think the biggest disappointment there is Nichushkin. 10 points in 40 games playing on the second line. It's not good at all. Goalies here. Let's see how they're doing. I don't know why it always starts at the back. Malcolm Subban's 2.6 against. Tokarski's got 2 against. Both have pretty good records. .904. Tokarski's got a .931. So, like I said, goalies are actually not doing too bad. I wish Subban would be like at 86 at least by now, but hopefully if we're patient with him, he'll turn out to be the goalie we need him to be. Just finished simming through January. We now have a record of 26, 13, and 10. AHL teams 21, 6, and 5. Still in the playoffs, but we're actually now second in the Atlantic. So next month here in February is the trade deadline. I'm probably going to make some move, like I said, maybe add a forward. I think our defense is fine. Still trying to trade for a goalie, but really no one's been added to the trading block that, wasn't earlier in the season. So if we can't make a deal that's really worth it, we'll probably just have to enter the playoffs with Malcolm Subban and hope for the best. Got another offer here, guys. Ottawa Senators offered us Evander Kane for our first-round pick, as well as Waugh again. Everyone seems to want this prospect. So our first-round pick's a lot. Evander Kane looking to trade away. He's got 1 year left, so it's strictly a rental. The cap doesn't really matter. It's just basically giving us a better chance to win the Stanley Cup. 26 years old, still only 87 overall, medium top 6'4" potential. I feel like that's a first-round pick. I mean, I feel like we have enough good prospects. We don't really need that. And if Evander Kane's to make our offense that much better, I feel like we could definitely do this deal. We have first-round picks in the years to come. We have other prospects we can make, a trade for a goalie. So I feel like when I do this deal, it should make our offense hopefully hit that 99 mark. We'll trek here after we're done simming through this month. And we're declining this trade. Senators want Cassian for T.O., who's just like a old goalie that's not worth it. So just finished simming through February. We're down 34, 14, and 12, back atop the Atlantic Division. AHL teams 29, 19, and 6. We're actually right before the trade deadline here, so I've already added Evander Kane. I think we have the 99 offense now. We have 98 offense, 93 defense, 86 goaltending. So I'm going to see what's out there for goalies. If we can't make a deal for a goalie, I really don't see us adding anything else. I guess I could show you guys what the roster is looking like right now with Evander Kane added. Obviously, we're pretty stacked up front, basically just going to be trying to outshoot our opponents. Like I said, assistant coach keeps adding Stamkos to the first line whenever anyone gets back from injury, so I just kind of let it happen. So there's the lines. I mean, that's just so stacked. For whatever reason, Holland got sent down to the AHL, but I think it makes sense. So our fourth line center has been kind of rotating between Patrick Sharp, Marlowe, some other guys. Nutrition's on the fourth line. Cassian's on the third line. Might deal Cassian away. I really don't like the fact he's 81. I thought he'd bounce back, but he hasn't been. He's been kind of low morale for a while now. Defense is just looking so sick. Where is it? Matt, I keep putting up to the second pair to get him some more ice time, try to get that overall up. Goalies, Subban, like I said, has not changed for whatever reason, so I'll try to add a goalie here, whether it's just like a young goalie that can, be a tandem with Subban, or if it's just, maybe a starter until Subban gets out the overall. We'll see what's out there. And I think this might be the team we enter the playoffs with, and if that's the case, I think that's fine. We've been seem to be doing pretty good right now. All right, guys, right here I'm trying to trade Riley Smith, Anaheim Ducks for Letestu and a 3rd-round pick. Smith's 83 overall. He's making $2.5 million for the next 3 years. I don't think that contract's gonna be too good in a couple of years when McDavid and Dalcall both need new deals. Letestu's 82 overall center is making less than $1 million. That 3rd-round pick will replace the one we traded away earlier. So I think they should do this deal. The trade value looks pretty similar, and like I said, it should work out for us. We get our center as well. We get a pick, and they accepted it. So that's a really solid deal for us. Still looking for a goalie. There's nothing available that's not going to cost a ton of prospects and stuff. So might have to hold on a goalie this year and just go with Malcolm Subban. So didn't make any more trades after that, guys. I was looking at maybe a goalie trade or maybe even trading for a defenseman, but it just didn't really seem worth it, giving up our assets. So at the end of March here, we're down 47, 16, and 3. We had a really good month there. As you can see, pretty much all wins, only a few losses. AHL teams 36, 25, and 7. So we just have these next 2 weeks here in April. Might as well just sim them for you now. And then we can see how we finish in terms of the overall standing as well as our player statistics for the year. I think our team, like I said, is pretty much all offense. So as long as our offense can keep scoring, it shouldn't really matter that our goaltending isn't that great. Hopefully Subban can gain some overall in the summer. If not, maybe there's a big free agent goalie we can sign. Even though we have to re-sign McDavid, I think we're probably going to lose somebody. Maybe like Marlowe or Sharp will retire. And we have kids coming up, so we can even trade some guys away. But as you guys can see, we finished 50, 19, and 13. So that's 113 points. That's insane. So that's good for first in the Atlantic, which I thought it would be. Also first in the conference. We'll see if we're actually first in the NHL or not. That'd be pretty sick. So first in the Atlantic, first in the conference. Let's see where we place the entire NHL. And we are in first place. We beat the Islanders there by 5 points. So that's pretty good to see. Let's see the points here. Stamkos has 86. So he had over a point per game this year. Let's see how everyone else did. Dalcall there at 69, McDavid at 63, now 94 overall. I wish he would have died, a bit better than that, but that's still really good. Still has that franchise potential. Gaudreau there at 62, Burns at 52. That's really good for defensemen. Kane at 52. That was a big ad, I think, just making our offense that much better. Marlowe at 47. Draisaitl there at 39, not bad. He's been playing like 3rd or 4th line all year. I think mostly 3rd though. Letestu 35, probably most on the other team. Schultz at 32, Teravainen 32, Cassian 28. Nichushkin 27, so he picked it up a bit. He was a bit more productive in the second half of the year, but still, he was playing second line most of the year and only put up 27 points. That's not what we want to see. Falk at 27. Looks like it's mostly just those guys playing less minutes, so not bad at all. We'll take another look here at the goalies, see how they fared the second half of the year. Go back here. I don't know why it starts. Let's see. Subban 2.2 against. Tokarski just under 2.2 against. So Tokarski actually had a really good record. Almost identical save percentages, pretty good save percentages. So even though they're not the highest rated goalies, they seem to be getting it done. Probably because of how good the team is in front of them. So hoping to keep it going in the NHL, as you guys can, or in the NHL playoffs. As you can see, we've got 97 offense, 91 defense, 84 goaltending right now. AHL teams got 84 offense, 79 defense, 80 goaltending. It looks like they're actually not secured a playoff spot yet. I think they will be though. Look to have a pretty good record there. But we're gonna move on now with the NHL playoffs and just hopefully we can win a Stanley Cup. Alright guys, so I accidentally simmed through the first playoff game. As you can see, we're going up against the Maple Leafs. Lost the first game 6-3, so that's not a good start. Hopefully we're going to get it back here. Obviously we have home ice advantage in these first 2 games, so definitely want to get at least 1 win. After the first period here, 3-2, Teravainen, Dalcall, and Vander Kane all scored for us. After the second there, 4-3, Draisaitl scored 1, and looks like Vander Kane and Sharp both got 2 goals. So high scoring games there. 6-3 and what was the other game? 6-3 games to start us off. So probably how the playoffs are going to go for us. Hopefully we can keep scoring. Like I said, definitely next year we're going to add a goalie. It's going to be tough though, as McDavid needs that new contract, but we'll see how we can fare, I think, in these playoffs. We should be alright. Let's see, guys. Third game here. I'm going to go to the goals. Burns starts out the scoring there, 1-0. Buchanan ties it for them, 1-1. Patrick Sharp there with the game winner. So there we go, 2-1 series lead now. Definitely don't want to lose to Toronto here. In the first playoff series. Moving up to the 4th game now. Stamkos gained morale. Looks like our AHL team made it to the playoffs. And they're going up against the Milwaukee Admirals. So I won't sim those games, as I think it's just not really as important. We'll just kind of take a look at their progress, at the end of the playoffs. This next game here, guys, down 2-1 after the first. Draisaitl scored. Dumble puts 1 in for them. It's now 3-1. We get 2 goals there from Stamkos and Kane. Unfortunately, Shan scored for them. So lost that game 4-3. So series is tied now 2-2. Feel like we should definitely be doing better than this. Obviously, the Leafs are the 8th seed. We're the 1st seed. And it's tied up 2-2. So hopefully we don't, go in the first round here. That'd be pretty terrible. Let's see here if we can get the lead in the 5th game. 0-0 after 1. 2-1 for us. Goudreau and Burns both score. And then Brent Burns again making it 3-1. So that's good. So we have 2 games left here. We only need 1 win. Looks like they had Frederick Anderson in net as well. So they have a good goalie in net. Hopefully, though, we can pull out this win. 6th game here. Can we win it in Toronto at the ACC? Let's sim this game here. Looking for something good. Looking for some wins. Evander Kane and Dalcott with 2 goals in the 1st. No goals in the 2nd. No goals in the 3rd. So there we go. Moving on to the next round of the playoffs. Love to see that. Let's see who we face in the next round. In the next round here, guys, we're going up against the Florida Panthers. As you can see, they also won their series in 6 games. So no advantage there for us, I guess, you know, if they had 7-game series or anything like that. First period here, 1-1. Trouba gets 1 for us. Second period, Stamkos puts 1 in. Oh, sorry, is that the 3rd period? Oh, no, this is the 3rd period. McDavid gets 2, Nichushkin gets 1. There we go. Big win against Florida. 5-1. That's what I wanted to see. Hunter and Kuroks loses morale for being scratched, but I mean, that happens. Zach Kassian loses more morale for being injured. Jeez. Zach Kassian always loses morale for some reason. I guess it's his player type, whatever. Let's see, guys. 2nd game here. After the 1st period, down 2-1. Still have a chance. Teravainen got a goal. Tied up there. Draisaitl, love to see that. And after the 3rd period, we get 3 goals scored on us. That one was almost scored from half by Nolan. That's embarrassing, but at least we got that 1st game win. So series is tied up here, 1 apiece. Moving on to the 3rd game. Hopefully, you know, I do not want to go in the 2nd round. Like, our team is so good. We really should win the Stanley Cup regardless of, you know, who we have in net. Let's see how we do in this next game here, guys. Tied 0-0 after the 1st. 1-0. Draisaitl's been tearing it up in the playoffs. We can't play in the 3rd period. 4 goals for them in the 3rd. Tatar, 2 goals from Ladd and a goal from Paras. So it seems like we can play well all until the 3rd period. We got to come back in this one now. Down 2 games to 1. Not how I wanted this series to go. Hopefully we can, you know, tie it up here in this next game. Didn't mean to press that, but I guess it's interesting to see their stats. 90 offense, 94 defense, 90 goaltending. So our offense is way better. Defense is a bit worse, surprisingly. I thought we had way better defensive core than most teams. And the goaltending is also a bit worse. But I think we can definitely still, you know, pull out these wins. So let's see in this next game here. Need to tie it up. After the 1st period, 1-1. Marleau got 1 for us. After the 2nd, still tied. Still tied after the 3rd, going to overtime. Andrew Ladd, wow. So down 3 games to 1. Have to go for that comeback now. We need to win the next 3 straight. Chances of that are not too good, but you never know. Just have to hope the sim can come through for us. It looks like our AHL team got knocked out in the 1st round of the playoffs, so they're no longer playing. But like I said, AHL team is kind of like the 2nd thing you worry about. The Testu there scores in the 1st, tied up 1-1. Both of us get 2 goals. They get a goal from Tatar and Ladd. We get Nichushkin and Stamkos scoring. Going to the 3rd period here. Tied up. We need this overtime win. There we go. Evander Kane finds the back of the net. So, still alive here. Couple games left. We can definitely make this comeback happen. The last game, though, winning overtime, that was a tough one. That was I was a bit nervous there. So, here we go, guys. 1st period, tied up 1-1. Stamkos there gets a goal. 3-2 now after the 2nd. Marleau and Teravainen need to keep this lead. There we go. Sharp puts 1 in late in the 3rd. Probably an empty netter by the looks of it. So, 1 game left here. Can we make this comeback complete? That would be amazing. Here we go. Going to be at home at the Joe, Hockey Town. Need to beat the Panthers here. Move on to the conference final. 1st period here, 1-0. Marleau gets the goal. 1-1. Brad Richards gets a goal for them. 3rd period. This is going to be close. Here we go. What the hell? We cannot play in the 3rd period. Perron gets 2. 1 was an empty netter. Mathok gets 1. Like, that's, I think, 3 or 4 times we allowed three or more goals in the 3rd period this playoff series. So, can't win when that happens. So, going out in the 2nd round, that sucks. We'll take a look at the AHL team. Like I said, pretty sure they went on the 1st round, and they did. So 5-game series. They bring it to 5 games. Unfortunately, didn't get the win. Our NHL team there. I thought we had a shot at the Cup this year. Doesn't look like it. So hopefully we can, you know, manage the cap pretty well this summer. We have a lot of good players coming up. We have Provorov on D, Chychrun on D. We have some forwards who might be able to make the team. So I think we're still looking good. Even though, you know, we only made it to the 2nd round of the playoffs this year. I think next year is still looking really promising. So we'll see what we can do here in the draft, the re-sign phase, see what free agents are available, make our team better. Alright guys, looks like we ended up losing the eventual Stanley Cup champions there in the Florida Panthers. Calder Cup champions were the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. So Tigers and Panthers winning this year. The Cats, I guess, taking over. So like I said, guys, going to have a hopefully solid draft. Get some, you know, prospects making the team next year and make another run at the Cup. We're at the draft now, guys. Our first pick of the draft's in the 2nd round. We'll see what we can get here. Usually see a good amount of talent still available in the 2nd round. I like to go to kind of projections, see where they're expected to go, and then look who has the best potential according to our scouts, and to make those picks. Obviously, the reason I do this, the computers are just going to go down this line and make those picks that way. So if there's somebody like, say, with franchise potential, but they're not projected till the 7th round, you can wait until like at least the 5th round to steal them before another team reaches on them. So this guy right here, high chances of being a bomb 6 forward. He's got 2nd or 3rd round projection. League interest is high. I think we have to go with him. He probably looks like the best. I'll take one little quick look here at potential. So bomb 6 forward looks to be the highest. We'll see if there's any exact that are higher. Top 6D. Oh wow, projected 2nd or 3rd round. That's enticing, but I feel like our D prospects are so good, it's not really worth it. So the goalie I didn't even realize was there too, but I don't really want a fringe starter. So we're going to go with Mills here. See how he turns out for us. He's a top 9 forward, apparently. Low chance of top 9 forward, so that's not bad. He could turn out to be even better than a top 9 forward, you never know. So I don't think that's too bad, 2nd round pick. 3rd round pick here, guys. Looking to just, get another solid player. Figure we'll take one of these 2 guys here, as like I said, they're probably the next 2 to go. We already have a center. One's a playmaker, one's a 2-way forward. We really don't need any more skill guys behind Stamkos and McDavid, so I figure we'll just take the 2-way forward for the simple reason he'd probably be better for us on the 3rd or 4th line. Medium top 9 forward potential, not bad at all. Thanks to one of our trades, we actually have the 1st pick in the 4th round, so whatever team finished last, we're able to get their 4th round pick. That's kind of funny. Let's see here who we can get now in the 4th. You never know. There's still some solid players usually available. There's a backup goalie there. Not really a huge fan of that. Let's see here. 2 bomb 6 guys. 4th round sniper and Sutton. Definitely going to take him there before somebody else does. And he's got low bomb 6 forward potential, so that's not bad at all. I think we actually have like 4 4th round picks, so we can probably get a lot done here. We have the 19th pick now in the 4th round. Let's see if that other guy that was, he was like a 4th/5th projection, I think. There he is. Verada, definitely take that. All these bomb 6 forwards here, that's really all we need. We already have like all of our skill guys kind of in the system, at least for the next 10 years, which is the length of GM mode. We really just need guys to play on the 3rd and 4th line behind them in the future years. So next 4th round pick here, I think there's no more bomb 6 forward potential guys left. We drafted all of the ones we could. 7th D's left though. That's not too bad. He's got high league interest, means probably a decent player. Let's take Kolar's there. Already took a bunch of forwards, and it looks like he is a 7th D. I'm not sure if we have another 4th round pick. We already did 3. I think we have one more though. Or did we already have 3? We only had 3, yeah. So we just had the 5th round and the 6th round left, I believe. Alright guys, so the 5th round here, really no one good is left in terms of like potential, as well as you can see the highest league interest here is some. So I figured rather than take a guy that my scouts thinks in the AHL, might as well take a chance on this guy who's unknown. But he's got some league interest, so you never know. I feel like it's a better risk it on this, who maybe turns out to be an NHL player, than one of these guys who's just an AHL 4th liner. Like, that's not even worth a pick. I'm never going to sign him. This guy might be good, though. AHL bomb 6 forward, so I mean, that's better than a 4th liner. We have one more pick in the draft. Maybe we can get a 6th round steal. Alright, guys, for my 6th pick here, everybody that's left has potential that's AHL level, and most of them are high chance of being an AHL, so I don't really want to waste those picks on an AHL guy. I'd rather take one of these guys who's got unknown potential. Like I said, this is usually when I get the steals. When it's unknown guys, the computers don't take them, and they can work out really well for you. So I think this guy here, undrafted, 2-way forward, this is the kind of guy that, the computers aren't going to take him, but he might turn out to be really good. Low HL 4th line forward, never mind. That didn't work out for us, but sometimes it does. Alright guys, so we're at the re-sign phase now. I've got $25 million in cap space. The big re-signing though is McDavid. We need to re-sign. So this is his first deal since being a rookie. He wants $8.5 million. It looks like he wants up to $9 million for 8 years. So probably just give him the 3 years he wants. Gonna offer him $8 million. I think he'll take that. When you're dealing with that much money, usually they're willing to take like a bigger cut. So McDavid's signed. I like to do it by positions. Usually when I look at the re-sign to know who I have to keep. Draisaitl's an 82, so he somehow lost an overall, which makes no sense. Medium elite potential. He wants $3 million. That seems like a lot for 82 overall. Hopefully though, he gets better soon. Holland's 82. The UFA, really no reason to keep him. He's already reached his potential. Worst case scenario, Letestu, who plays 4th line center for us. Also, we have Russ there. Looks to be pretty good. Probably play him in the AHL unless Strome or Marner can get better. Schrader there is also no longer has potential. He's 27. Let's see here. Any more re-signings? Nobody else. Left wing here. Evander Kane wants a deal. Sharp wants a deal. Sharp's 36, 83 overall. He got way worse, so he's getting let go. Looks like Marlowe's not here anymore, so Marlowe probably retired. I feel like Kane's definitely worth keeping for the right price. Pajarvi there, Anderson. We don't need both of them, so I think Pajarvi probably be the 4th line guy here. Keep Shinkaruk in the AHL. Teravainen, we're going to have to look to deal him. 80 overall for the next 2 years. So I'll probably be keep him in the AHL until we can trade him. Bajarvi here, we'll give him 1.5 for 2 years. And Vander Kane, I think, is definitely worth signing for the right price. 5.9, I think we can probably get him for like 5.5. 6 years, that seems like a lot. Worst case scenario, we'll trade him way after. Nichushkin here is definitely not worth as much as he thinks. Okay, good. I was going to say, he's 85, but he's been playing like shit. So 2.5 for 2 years, so if we can turn it up. Hosang's an 83 now, he'll be making the team. Cassian, 80 overall, no longer has potential. We'll trade him away as well. So looks like we might have to add a couple wingers there unless somebody can get good over the summer. Nobody else needs re-signed. Defense, our top 6 there is all signed. That's a dirty top 6. Like Burns, Falk, Truba, Schultz, Kuku, and Mata. Provorov, Bertuzzo is not worth having the contract. I should have probably traded him late at the end of the year, but oh well. Morrissey's 79. I think he can definitely still get better, so we'll definitely sign him. Chitcher now needs a deal. 78 overall. Maybe giving him this deal. Here we go. He gains some morale. Maybe that makes him better. Let's see here. Waugh, top 4D. Definitely want to re-sign him. Schuster, 75. He's another guy's morale's down. Just going to trade him away. No one else there needs a contract. Goalies, Subban's still an 85. That's kind of disappointing. He wants $4 million for 4 years. I don't see you being worth that at 85 overall. Like 3.5 would be the max I go for him. Takarsi, decent backup. I mean, there might be better backups, so I'll just let him go for now. See what's available in free agency. Baintain's a decent AHL goalie, $650,000. He wants nothing, so might as well do that. Hackett has no potential, so I'll get a new AHL backup and new NHL backup. So those are all the signings. I'm sure most of them will accept it or around there. So we should have enough money left, I think, to do something in free agency. We'll see once everyone signs. So everyone accepted my offer except for Vander Kane. He said, I'm not happy here, and this team is something I don't want to be a part of anymore. Even though we traded for him at the trade deadline, so he hasn't even been here that long. But I offered him, like, I think $250,000 less than he wanted, and that's obviously not part of it. So for whatever reason, I mean, we might offer Kane another deal, but it doesn't seem like he wants to sign. The rest of the rookies did, though. We have 1 day left here. See if we can get him. So made Vander Kane another offer, exactly what he wanted. He said the same thing. He didn't want to sign with our team for whatever reason. So we've got a bit of extra cap here. And as you can see, Henrik Lundqvist has been put on the trade block with the Nashville Predators. I figure perfect guy to go for. He's probably not going to be too good at the end of this deal in 3 years. But for at least the next couple years, he's definitely the starter we need. Have Malcolm Subban back him up. So the trade value isn't too high as he is older or whatever. So hopefully we can maybe trade away some of those guys that we want to trade away, like Cassian, Teravainen, Schuster. Even if they don't match the block, just put them in the deal as, that kind of level out the cap. So I don't see any of them right now on the matching block, except for Schuster there. So Schuster gives us some money, and then here we'll have to see what we can give them in terms of the value. Alright guys, so here's the deal I'm making Nashville, offering them Schuster, who is like our 7th D-man now, playing the AHL, just get rid of the cap. Same with Cassian, he's supposed to be good, he's like 80 overall. Morale's down and not worth it anymore. Teravainen, same thing. He's like 81, making $2 million in the next couple of years. I think the guys in the AHL can definitely take over for him. Anderchuk's here is a decent prospect, AHL top 6-4 potential. And then Johnson's that guy we drafted the 6th pick who's got 4th line forward potential in the AHL. So basically all the players we don't want for Henrik Lundqvist, who would be our starting goalie. Trade values in our favor. 3 of the 5 players they want. Cassian and Teravainen doesn't say they're interested in, but they do have some good trade value. Lundqvist are looking to trade away, so hopefully they do this deal. He took it, so that's huge for us. We basically just trade away all the crap we no longer wanted. We get back a starting goalie. Hopefully by the time Lundqvist starts, decreasing, I guess, in value and overall, Malcolm Subban's ready to take over. Even if it's 1 year where, Lundqvist is probably like not worth $8 million, we can just put him in the AHL, bury his contract, and not worry about it. Alright guys, right now I'm offering Colorado Justin Schultz for Earn, who's a really good prospect. Top 6-4 potential. I think he's already in the low 80, making less than $1 million right now. He's still on his rookie deal, as well as their 3rd round pick. Reason for this is to clear up enough space to try to sign a big free agent. I'm looking at Chris Kreider, make our offense pretty good, make up for Marlowe retiring. Sharp sucks now, so we let him go, and then Kane didn't resign. So definitely have some holes to fill in the offense. The defense, I think Chychrun will definitely be higher than like an 80 by the end of the summer. He can fill in for Schultz, obviously, and our top 6 will still be strong. We already got our goalie in Lundqvist, so this move here would really set us up for the next season. And they took that deal, so that's really good, like I said. Also, Earn's kind of like that power forward guy that'd really play well for us, I think, on the 3rd or 4th line. So we'll see if we can go sign Chris Kreider here. Hopefully have enough cap space. We have $7.5 million. He's looking for 6.9. As you can see, he's the top free agent. 4 teams interested, so we might have to give him that $7.5 million, which is gonna be tough to swallow. Maybe we can give him 7, because we give him more than that. That's really gonna hurt our cap. So I guess the $500,000 at the end of the day is not a huge deal. If he gets us the player, it might be worth it. So worst case scenario, we can trade him after, even if we have to trade him for not that much. We signed him as a free agent, so we paid nothing for him. $7.5 million there. We can get him. Chychrun, becomes a good defenseman this summer. I think our team's going to be absolutely stacked next season. Still waiting to see if Kreider's going to sign our deal or not. I sent him a couple days further, but he hasn't said anything. Also, guys, one thing I like to do is go into free agency and look for the young players that have good potential. Right here, for instance, Marchment, 23 years old, 71 overall, medium top 9-4 potential. Also, make sure it's the guys that are interested in a 2-way deal, as it doesn't affect your cap during the summer. If it's a 1-way deal, it'll take that into consideration, even if you plan on putting them in the AHL. So right here, this guy's 20 years old, low top 9-4 potential. I basically like to get guys that are, I guess, less than 25 years old, preferably the early 20s, like 20, 21, 22. And then I like to get guys that are at least, around the 70 range, and then with the good potential. The high palm 6-4 is probably the lowest potential I'll go. Otherwise, like these medium top bomb 6-4, it's really not worth signing. I'd rather just kind of wait and see what happens, as most teams probably won't sign these guys. Some will, but most won't. So as you guys can see, Chris Kreider actually accepted our offer, which is awesome. 89 overall, left winger. He's probably going to play on our first line, maybe, pushing Dalcala out, I'm not sure, but he and Dalcala will be our top 2 wingers on the left side. Probably have Gaudreau and Nuchishkin as the top 2 wingers on the right side, depending if, any of our younger players step up. So that's really good, obviously, with Stamkos, McDavid in the middle. Our team is looking very good going into next year. Also, as you can see, this prospect here accepted our offer as well. A couple others did. So they're not great right now, but it's just good to add assets for free. Put them in the AHL. Maybe they develop, maybe they don't. Either way, it's definitely worth the low risk. Right here, guys, I'm making one more offer on a prospect. This Brown goalie here looks to be pretty good. He's 21 years old, 77 overall. He's got a chance of being a fringe starter. Probably be the backup in the AHL. Again, just another low risk thing where he could end up being like low 80, end up being our NHL backup. You never know. So besides that, though, that's really all we can do. We can only make 2-way offers, as you can see. Cap space there, less than $1 million. So we're right up against the cap, but I think it's worth it. Our team's stacked. We're going to try to go all in again this year. Hopefully get a better result. So we're at the end of the year now. As you guys already know, Florida Panthers won the Cup. We won the President's Trophy for back-to-back years. Fortunately, just can't get done in the playoffs. Clarence's Cam went to the Arizona Coyotes, and the Prince of Wales went to the Florida Panthers. We're going to look at the player awards now. Crosby with the Art Ross and the Hart. Eric Carlson there with the James Norris. Kessel with the Lady Byng. Subban actually won the Calder, so 2 of our players have won the Calder back-to-back. Dalcala last year, Subban this year, so that's good to see. Rene there with the Conn Smythe. Holtby with the Vezina and the M. Jennings. Hayden Fleury there with the Bill Masterson Trophy. Bergeron with the Selk. Crosby with the Ted Lindsay, and then Crosby as well with the Maurice Richard beating out Ovechkin. We're going to take a quick look now at the AHL awards. So Calder Cup went to Bridgeport Sound Tigers. This is just all like the divisions and stuff. These 2 trophies I think are ours. League's regular season point champion. Or no, sorry. I don't know why. I was thinking East Carolina for a second because I am in a different GM mode. But it doesn't look like our AHL team, the Griffins, won any team awards. Let's see for player awards here. Nick Patan won an award there. Most points in the AHL. He won another award. He won 4 awards. Let's see if our player... Patan's got 5 awards. Jeez. Nobody from our team, unfortunately, won any awards in the AHL. But I'm going to show you guys now what our teams are looking like. AHL team, you can see, has 83 offense, 80 defense, 81 goaltending. NHL team, 95 offense, 93 defense, 87 goaltending. So looking pretty good, I think, going into next year. So here you go, guys. I edited the lines a bit after the best line. So first line here, we have Dalcala still, Steven Stamkos, Josh Hosang, now an 85. Put him on the first line there. He's got elite potential. Might as well have him thrive, hopefully on the first line. Become an amazing player. Second line there, we have Gaudreau, McDavid, and Kreider. Obviously, we just signed Kreider, that big deal. Third line here, we have Earn, who we actually traded for. 83 overall, so I like that deal. Draisaitl and Nichushkin. And the fourth line there, we have Pajarvi. Dylan Strome actually gained some overall now after playing the AHL, so he can play 4th line center for us. And then Tyler Bertuzzi, who we also traded for on the NHL team. So our trade's looking pretty good. Our young players are on the team. Defense here, top 6 is amazing. Burns and Falk, top pair. Trouba and Chychrun. Like I said, when I traded Schultz, I figured he'd be at least an 80. He actually gained 8 overall, went from a 78 to an 86 over the summer. Makes sense, I guess. He's got elite potential, so really like that. Bomb pairing there, we have Cuckoo and Mata. And then finally, guys, in goal, we have Lundqvist, who unfortunately lost 2 overall since they traded for him. He was an 89, now he's an 87. And he's got fringe starter potential, which basically means he's going to keep digressing. But hopefully by the time he's like below Subban, Subban's at least like an 87 or an 88. Subban's also now got starter potential opposed to elite, so I don't know about that. We'll see how this works out. Hopefully it works out all right for us. Obviously, a bit of a risk, but like I think everyone we traded for Lundqvist, I really didn't want the team anymore. We needed the cap space to sign Kreider. AHL team also looking very strong. We got Shinkaruk, Marner there. Hopefully can turn out well playing on the first line of the AHL. And Hilbert, this guy we actually drafted in the 4th round of our first draft, so works out good when you get a late pick like that actually turning out. O'Brien, Rust, and Bailey's there on our second line. Sorensen, Letestu, and Senenshin on the 3rd, and then Kunackle, Olivier Waugh, who we just signed this summer, and then Marchment on the 4th. Defense, as you guys can see, Provorov's actually in the AHL, is an 83 overall guy, so you guys can give me your suggestions. I'm trying to decide right now if I should keep him in the AHL, and if one of our NHL defensemen get injured, just call him up, or should I trade a defenseman? Most likely Mata, as he's the lowest overall, and he's getting paid a good amount, probably more than he should be for an 84 overall guy, and call up Provorov. So let me know, do I keep the defense and call up Provorov when someone gets injured, or do I trade away Mata or a different defenseman and then have Provorov take over? Also, we have Moresi here, who should be higher than this. Hopefully, he can find his way this year. Waugh there, we get Uyghur, we get Webster, and we get Sansoni. So these are 3 guys I actually signed this summer. You can see none of them have the greatest potential, but if even one turns out, it's definitely worth it. And then in goal for the AHL team, we have Brown and Binnington. So both teams I think look really good. Obviously, I think our NHL team, no excuses now. We have Lundqvist and Subban. One of them has to get it done for us. So hopefully this year can be our year we win the Cup. Back-to-back President's Trophies. Hopefully now we can just get it done in the playoffs. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, if you guys did, leave that thumbs out. Stay tuned, or thumbs up. Stay tuned for Season 4. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.